All right, so this is the recording of Bitter Barriers, a 10-minute play by me. Justin Sander is going to be reading for the part of Arthur. Brian Luedtke is going to be reading for the part of Melvin. And James Clark will be reading for the part of the delivery guy. And I will be reading the stage directions. So without further ado, Bitter Barriers. Two backyards. Melvin's backyard is on stage left, while Arthur's is on stage right. There's a wooden fence separating the two. Arthur enters from his house. He takes in the natural beauty of the outdoors and walks off his back porch and into his yard. He notices something on the ground and calls his neighbor.
Melvin! Melvin, get out here right now!
Melvin enters from his house onto his back porch.
What? What do you want?
I want you to tell your dog to stop shitting in my yard.
What? You don't get to dictate what I tell my dog to do.
It's a simple request.
No, it isn't. I told you 100 times. Pumpkin has a learning disability.
You use that excuse every day, and I pick up his shit every day. In my backyard, I'm tired of it.
Oh, you know what I'm tired of? You watching them damn porn movies where the women always try to get out of paying for the pizza by fucking the delivery guy. I hear that on full blast every night.
Don't even try changing the subject on me this time. You know, I'm starting to think you don't even actually have a dog.
The hell you talking about?
You always talk about this dog of yours, but in all the years I've spent living next to your annoying ass, I haven't seen him once. It's like he doesn't exist. Which leads me to believe that it's been you who's been shitting in my yard all these years.
Oh, now you are just being absurd.
Am I? It ain't me leaving all these turds everywhere.
And it ain't me neither.
Okay, let me see your dog. Right now.
I can't. He's...
Before Melvin can finish his thought, a delivery guy enters Arthur's back porch.
Excuse me. Are you Arthur Pepperton?
Yes. Who are you? And why did you walk into my house?
I'm John Flint, assistant to the associate of the assistant to the executive director of the Richard Pallo Board of Research. I have an important message to deliver from Mr. Pallo himself.
About what?
That's classified information that you'll have to read for yourself. But, long story short, you'll have to move out in about 2 months.
What?
The delivery guy leaves Arthur's backyard. Melvin overhears this and can't hide his excitement.
Ha ha! Yippee! It finally happened. My neighbor will be my ex-neighbor. In your face, in your facey, 12 dicks, Arthur. I was about to abandon my religion because of you. Hallelujah. There is a God. And he finally answered my prayer. Yes.
While Melvin cheers, the delivery guy enters Melvin's back porch.
Excuse me. Are you Melvin Nutters?
Yeah?
I'm John Flint, assistant to the associate of the assistant to
Yeah, I know who you are. And why are you in my backyard?
Well, if you know me, you know why I'm here.
What?
The delivery guy hands Melvin a letter.
2 months, Melvin.
The delivery guy leaves, leaving both Melvin and Arthur stunned. Melvin tries to process everything.
What on earth is going on?
Melvin and Arthur both open their letters.
To who this may concern. Wow, they don't even have the decency to address us by name?
Effective on November 25th, 2018, construction for the new Pallo Research Center will begin on Delmont Street. So the repurposing of your property has been requested? What? A new Pallo Research Center? Don't they already have 28 of those?
Not enough, apparently. We will offer you a sum of $20,000 to cover the cost of finding a new home in a new location. Excuse me?
Don't they need our permission for this?
I thought they did.
Please give this signed and returned to us within 30 days to acknowledge that you've received this letter. Best, Richard Pallo. Why are we just finding out about this?
No idea. I thought you usually get these notes a year in advance or something.
But why here? What else do they need to research? Are they studying sewer water? Because that's all we got around here.
I guess Paolo knows the answer.
This is stupid. They expect me to just waltz out of my home out of 30 years and just find another one. The same house where I buried my wife and worked my ass off to keep it.
That's what I got from this letter.
And all they give me is $20,000.
Melvin gets so angry he kicks down the fence separating the two backyards. Obviously, this startles Arthur.
Are these people stupid? You think $20,000 is enough for me to find a new place to live? You think it's that simple to just pick a new house? It took me 7 years to find this house, and I'm happy with it. And those pricks are just going to throw us out to the curb with $20,000. This is a misprint, right? It isn't. It's supposed to be what, $200,000, because that makes more sense. Those greedy, self-serving bastards.
I guess I have to postpone my vacation. If the government is going to throw me out of my house, I need all the money I can. I need to save all the money I can. I can't do a whole lot with $20,000.
Me neither. Isn't there a way to fight this?
Doubt it. If the government signed off on this, then our resistance would be futile. We're just two people in bumfuck nowhere. So, what now?
I guess we can start by getting this fence out of the way.
Yeah, fell down surprisingly easy.
Old house, old fence, older than me.
If you say so.
Arthur and Melvin pick up the fences, or pieces of fence, and throw them off stage.
You know, I never realized your backyard looks a lot like mine.
Yeah, crazy, isn't it?
It is. Your yard looks about as unkempt as mine does. It's like they were 1 yard at one point.
They were. Before I lived here, your house wasn't even built. And it was always this messy. I never was good with lawnmowers. My brother did that work for me. I could never figure the damn things out. So I just didn't even bother.
Me neither. Plus, I ain't got anywhere to store it. No room inside, and if I leave it outside, it either gets rusted or stolen. You'd think robbers would leave a lawnmower alone when they burglarized your place.
You'd be surprised. I had 3 that I kept in my backyard, all stolen.
Huh. And they said this was a low-crime neighborhood. I always thought you gave those things away.
Nope, the thieves beat me to it.
That's a shame.
So, where were you gonna go vacation?
Vegas.
Vegas. I remember going there 10 years ago.
Really?
Yeah, it was awful.
It was?
Unbelievably hot, which I expected, but the heat was almost impossible for me to get through. And with all those people crammed into that space,
The people are that bad, huh?
there are 3 types of people you meet in Vegas: drunks, cheaters, and naked people, or a combination of all 3. And that's if you can manage to escape the thousands of Elvises scattered across the city. Bad enough I hated the guy while he was alive, but to have him everywhere I looked, combined with the heat at Satan's ballsack, made me wish I had died of a heat stroke.
Damn. Sounds like hell.
Felt like it too.
I never really cared much for Elvis either. Never really got into his music.
Couldn't stand him. Plus, all he did was covers. He was a damn thief.
Wow, I never realized how much we have in common. We're bad with lawnmowers, hate the same artists, both getting screwed over by Paulo. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, and there's a lot we don't know about each other. We've lived next door to each other for years, and this is the longest conversation we've ever had where we're not at each other's throats.
I guess you're right. Matter of fact, I don't even think I knew your last name up until now.
Same with you. Pepperton, huh?
Yeah.
Wonder who pissed off who to give you such a surname.
Really? And Nutters is any better?
I guess not. Funny how we both have food-sounding last names and we never realized that about each other until just now.
You're right. Well, let's stop beating around the bush. I gotta figure out where I'm gonna go in 2 months with just $20,000.
Well, you got any family you can stay with?
No one I'm on good terms with. Do you?
No one who's still alive. I've pretty much isolated myself from everybody since my wife died. Never had any children and was never really close to any families. I don't even know where they are at this point.
Okay, so our families aren't a good source to help us?
No,
Everyone I work with hates me.
everyone I work with is dead.
I guess that leaves us with each other.
What do you mean?
Face it, we don't have anyone to turn to. I don't have anyone to turn to. So maybe we should try and help each other out. Maybe move in together.
Really?
Yeah, I know it's a crazy idea, but I think this is more important than all the petty things we've argued about. Our lives are about to change forever, and that's why we need to do this. We can find a way to make it work.
You don't think we won't be arguing constantly? One good conversation doesn't always mean we're automatically on good terms, especially since this is one out of thousands of conversations we've had over the years where we've screamed at each other.
No, we probably will argue, but I think we should stick with this one. This is at least a step in the right direction, and also better than being homeless.
Good point. You know what? If we're gonna be helping each other, maybe we should figure this out together.
You're right.
Why don't you come in? You like green tea?
I love green tea.
Perfect. I just brewed some.
Melvin and Arthur go inside Melvin's back porch.
Don't mind Pumpkin. He gets nervous around strangers at first.
Arthur and Melvin go inside Melvin's house. End of show.